The most important point for us is you can see that although tombs, round tombs, were no longer au courant in the 2nd century AD, they had gone out of fashion. Remember, Titus buried in his arch, Trajan buried in his column. They really weren't doing round tombs to the extent that they had been doing earlier. Hadrian chooses this. Why? Because the great Mausoleum of Augustus was a round tomb. He wants to associate himself with Augustus, and he wants to create a new tomb for a succession of dynasties. Nerva was the last to be buried in the Mausoleum of Augustus. Hadrian, the first in this mausoleum, which continued to be used in the 2nd century. And so it uses the Mausoleum of Augustus and the Caecilia Metella tomb as models. We see in this model here of the tomb of Hadrian. It's round, made out of concrete, placed as the Caecilia Metella tomb was on a podium, a very tall podium, probably a tumulus on top, earthen tumulus like Augustus's tomb. We don't know what happened at the very apex, whether there was a statue of Hadrian or a temple-like structure, as you see here. But the most important point for us is that at the end of his life, Hadrian is continuing to connect himself to Rome's first emperor, to Augustus, both of them in perpetuity, Philhellenic emperors with Philhellenic leanings, but in the case of both of them, and particularly Hadrian, he combines it with this new concrete architecture in a very special, very distinctive way that will have a lasting impact on architecture in the Roman Empire.